In this next video, I'm going to show you guys exploring a cave inside of Fortnite Lego. Let's jump straight into this. If you aren't already subscribed, roughly 98% of you guys that watch the channel over here, tap that subscribe. We've got a lot more Lego tutorials coming out, but here, let's give you guys a guide and some tips and tricks inside of the cave systems. So the best thing to do when you're going into caves is make sure you've got good equipment, obviously, and that means a grappler. A grappler is going to be crucial, and kind of remember the way you go in and out, because it's a hard system to navigate and you don't want to get stuck in here too much because it's absolutely huge. But once you're inside the cave, obviously, remember the entrance when you arrive in there because it's going to be crucial. You don't really want to get lost inside of here. It can be an absolute maze from time to time, depending on where you come in, and like just getting out is just hard work. So you're going to need lots of food, remember the surroundings, and when you're in here, go for it. Now, something that's annoying about these caves that I find that's really important is when you drop down here, you're not able to get back up unless you have a grappler. So you really need to kind of, if you're dropping down like me, make sure you've got that grappler spare because you're going to need it to get back up eventually. And it can be an absolute nightmare trying to find your way around because the caves are really complex. There are a lot of secret routes you can take. For example, here, we drop down in this position, but you could actually take it along this wall here. It's very, very small, the path, and you could easily fall off, but you could take that. And this route actually leads back round to the way we came back in, but we decided just to drop down straight off the bat. So we're now inside the cave exploring. We've got visualize audio on because it kind of helps you out, and you don't get many of the good ores or the precious metals straight off the bat. To get the good metals, you've got to explore further into the cave. There are lots of monsters and baddies in here, whatever you want to call them, skeletons, or just loads of geezers just trying to eliminate you. They're not too strong if you've got a decent amount of HP and hearts, but one thing to note when you're inside of these caves, you're going to need good equipment again. You're going to need a lot of different kind of charms. You're going to need like cool-headed charms, they're called. Basically, they'll cool down your character. If you don't know what charms are, you'll be unlocking them throughout the game. They basically go in your equipment slot. They're dead easy to use. You can't see them in my inventory now because they're actually in my inventory bar. I fell in the lava there, but luckily the lava doesn't do too much damage here. It doesn't instantly eliminate you like other games, so it's all right. You can see we've ended up over here in a little bit of a pickle, so I can switch to my pickaxe and get that out, but it's going to be okay. But yeah, charms are really crucial here. I'll put a little screenshot of like the inventory you need of the charms on screen. These are the ones you want because they're going to keep you cool inside of this cave. Obviously, different caves might have different environments, so if it's a cold ice cave, then you're going to want the charm that makes you warm. There are different things you can drink and consume as well that will help you out, but here you can see I'm just taking a little look at my charms. So yeah, I'm basically set to go. Pretty much stuck down there. I don't know what he's doing down there, but hopefully we'll be all right here, just farming up a bit of health here, eating a few things. Obviously you need to eat, guys. If you don't eat, you're going to die of starvation, so it's very crucial, but we've done all right here. We've got the charm keeping us decent amount here, and obviously the heat's not affecting us at all. You can see your hot cold bar at the top. You can see we're very hot, but we're still in the grey because the charm is moving the hot further along the bar, so we're okay here inside of this cave. Now while we're in here, we're obviously looting around, checking around for different stuff, and the cave is absolutely huge. You can mine different rocks and stuff, but you don't get much from the normal stone, so I wouldn't really focus the stones too much in here. What you want to focus is the actual ores that you do find in the cave. That's the only real reason you come into these caves, chests and ores. So as you do explore a little bit further, we'll find all that. So I'm just going to skip ahead a little bit while we actually get to some ores because the cave's huge and we're going to go a little bit further down. So we've gone further down into the cave and now you can see we've come across our first ores over here. These are our first set of ore, which are actually copper. These are going to come in handy to craft a variety of different materials in the future and buildings. So make sure you are getting these, farming them up, grabbing that copper because it's going to be needed in the future. You can get quite a bit of copper as well from these sections, so make sure you got your pickaxe ready to go and you can grab them. So in these caves we're doing all right. We've gone quite deep and now we've got to search even further for more materials in here. So it's really just a little kind of an overview guide of the cave. Watch out for these geezers because some of them throw TNT and explosive dynamite at you, so do watch out for that. There's a few more materials as well. We're not getting all of the materials in this cave today. We're just showing you guys a little overview of the guide of the basic cave layout, how to maneuver them, and just some tips and tricks. So headshots also are great as well. If you've got a bow with you, headshots can do that extra bonus damage. Watch out for the TNT throwers. Here you can see he's throwing in the dynamite at me, missing a few shots. So we're going to rotate over to him using the dodge, but that's a really good throw from him. So we're going to dodge away from that because that can actually really damage you, especially if you haven't got max hearts like I've got here. I don't even think I've got max hearts, but I've got an absolute ton. But if you've not got many hearts, the TNT or dynamite will easily eliminate you, and if you've not got much armor as well, it'll take you straight down. They are all gained through charms, by the way. Armor and hearts are all charm related, and charms part of the equipment slot like I mentioned before. I know it's quite a lot of in-depth stuff here, but it's okay. As you do progress through the game, you'll learn more about charms and just upgrading your charms as you get better equipment. So we're heading into the next section of the cave. I can see some ore higher up, and this is why you're going to need the grappler, because this is how you get access to some of the better material in game, like obsidian and stuff, because you're going to need that to actually craft some of the better materials. So here is a little preview of how you can access some of this farm section. So make sure you've got a grappler. Once you've crafted up a grappler, you can see inside of here we do have above us the actual obsidian. So I'm thinking, how on earth do we get up to there? Well, the only way of actually farming this is actually grappling your way up. So if you manage to grapple up, you can get on top of this one here and farm it. And this is one of the rarer materials in the game, one that you're really going to want to get and look after. This material is going to come in handy. So when you do come up here, you are going to get a lot of it here, the obsidian slab. It's going to come in handy, like I said, and you can farm it just by grappling up like I've done there and using my pickaxe. Very effective, very cool, and this actually allows you to craft obsidian weapons, which is used for a variety of stuff. You know, the pickaxe itself I'm using right now is an obsidian one, so you're going to want that so you can get that, and it's used in a few different things. You've got obsidian in that, you've got copper used in axes, and different materials are used in some other stuff as well, like swords. I don't think obsidian is used in the sword. I can't remember what I used in the sword, but most of obsidian is used in the pickaxe I'm using, and it's been used in other things as well, which are important. So yeah, do make sure you are getting that because it's a good material. There's lots of it in here. Grappler's key. I would even recommend bringing like 2 or 3 grapplers because you only have 10 uses in your grappler in these caves. So they're super big, super complex, but I do love them, and they're really hard to navigate. So like I said, make sure you got a lot of food, a lot of time on your hands, and a decent amount of health because you can get stuck, and I don't want to waste my grappler just to like go up 1 or 2 sections. Obviously I didn't see the bit above there, so I'm going to grapple up here, see what's up here. It takes us up another level in the cave. So pretty exciting stuff. The whole area has got lots of things. We're going to go to a chest in a minute and explore a chest. We'll take a few of these out. We've got to go and find a chest and see what's in that. So let's skip over to the chest. So here we've found some cut ruby as well. I thought I'd mention this because it's quite a crucial material and one that you should all probably get your hands on if you can grab it. It's a really nice one, so definitely keep your eyes out for that. The cut ruby is awesome, one that you want to keep your eyes peeled for. As we keep rotating through though, obviously we're going to now keep ourselves moving, and we're going to show you guys some gameplay of the chest. So watch out for all these bosses here and these explosive ones. They can do an absolute ton of damage to you, so do watch out for them. You see they absolutely wreck my hearts there. I've got good armor here as well, so there are these things that are just trashing on you, so do watch out for them. Skeletons as well coming in as well with their pickaxes. They're pretty bad. The pickaxe ones don't do too much damage. You don't need to worry too much about them. It's more of these explosive ones. If they keep hitting you, you will take a lot of damage, especially if you've come in here at like mid-tier stuff and not fully maxed out. You will get a lot of damage taken from them. Watch out for spiders as well. They can crawl around, just little ones. They're very small, but you'll spot them as scorpions as well. Sometimes you spot them in here, little diddy things just moving around. They are just there just more to annoy you, not there really to kind of eliminate you. So yeah, they are there though to try their best, sand scorpions and sand spiders, but you can just take them out. Anyway, moving in a little bit further, we've got a chest coming up now as we rotate through here. Lots of different mobs. You can see a lot of skeletons spawning in here. We can take all these out, these hostile creatures. They're easy. They're just kind of rotating through, but you know, they're weak. They're not very powerful. Like I said, if you've got a good sword, there's a few of you. This is actually quite a big of a cluster, so if there wasn't 2 of us, I think we might have struggled a bit here if I had weaker equipment. So luckily we've both got decent equipment, so we're able to take them out. And I actually lost my sword there, so I'm now down to my axe, which isn't a good option, so I'm just going to keep moving around. My pretty boy takes these out, but yeah, we're okay. Now we can search the chest as well, which is over here, which is going to be coming up. So over there in the distance, we can open up this chest and show you guys what's in here. So there we have a chest. It does give you some decent stuff. You can see we got some obsidian in the chest, some mushrooms, and also a torch, which is what I'm going to take from here. So quite handy, quite useful. You get a lot of these chests in these caves, which give that sort of stuff, but you're better actually mining the materials themselves rather than not mining. So eventually, after about 20 minutes, we found the exit. I've skipped it all because I don't want to show you guys just looking for the exit, but I would highly recommend remembering where you come into the cave and just maneuvering that and kind of taking a lot of resources in case you do get lost. Always go up as well to find the exit, depending on if you come in up at the top or the bottom. We come in at the top of the cave, so we just kept going up and up, and eventually after 20 minutes we found it. Anyway, I hope this guys has given you an overview of the cave. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.